Hey friends, this is Dr. Heather coming to you live from Ask Dr. Heather here in my home. I know several people said, have I not been cooking? Like people said, you've not been showing any cooking videos, any food videos. So you foodies out there, that's because Dr. Ralph's been doing the cooking, he says. Anyway, I don't know, the camera's just not here when we've been cooking. My boy's been doing some cooking or Dr. Ralph's been doing all the cooking. So I'm gonna turn the camera around and Dr. Ralph's doing the cooking now, and then later we may have a little treat for you, our chocolate lava mug cupcake. But anyway, for right now, let's see what he's cooking. So I made you stop. I'm like, stop, let me get the camera. What are you cooking? What is in the pan that I'm super excited about?
Super excited about farm-raised beef.
Yeah.
Raised in Kansas.
Right down the street, less than 25 miles from our home. So we know that cow, our cows, probably the same cow, I'm gonna think, actually ate the grass, and the bees that we see also are probably right around that area. So you have 3 pounds of hamburger there, correct?
Correct.
So we know that 4 ounces is a serving, so that's exactly 12 servings. What's the white stuff in there?
Onions.
All right, what else are you gonna throw in there at your hodgepodge cooking?
We are going to let that cook, and then once that cooks, then what we're gonna do is we get this whole bag of coleslaw mixture from Sam's Club, and we actually, with the rendered fat from the beef, we're going to cook this whole bag, which is 11 servings, 1 cup per serving. And then we're going to mix that all together. And then we're also going to add to that a can of Rotel. And of course, some of us love our garlic, so we're going to get some garlic in there as well.
So that's just so you guys know, that's 2 pounds of cabbage. Like it's like a cabbage slaw. So we were having a discussion before we went live. So let's say we were going to eat that raw versus cooking it down. I just did a little bit, you didn't know this, I posted some because I've been craving roasted vegetables. So when you roast vegetables, I'm gonna pan over to our organic broccoli over here. When you roast vegetables at 425 for just a few minutes, when you roast it, you still have the nutrients there because we're not overcooking it and cooking it down, rendering it down like you said. So when you roast it, you still get the nutrients, you still get the vitamins and minerals of fiber. Now with the cabbage, we're gonna cook it all the way down. So you're gonna lose some of the nutrient factor, but you're still gonna get some of the fiber. So tell us raw versus cooking on the 2 pounds of cabbage, because it's really like 25 calories, almost for free.
I guess I don't understand your question.
Well, we are talking about the math. The
Gotcha.
carb math, on the calories, because it's 25 calories per cup. There's 2 pounds there, 11 servings. There is 5 carbohydrates per 1 cup of that cabbage or the slaw. So if we ate that whole bag.
Okay, so I think I understand where we're going. If you eat this raw, I call it keto math because we foodies like to kind of manipulate the numbers so that we can get in all of the food that we want. So if you're going to eat this raw, then you use the magic keto math, which is where you take the total number of grams, which in this case is 5, of the carbohydrates, and you subtract out the fiber, which is 2 grams per cup. So that's going to give you approximately 3 grams of carbohydrates per 1 cup of serving. That's if you eat it raw. But in our particular case, we're going to take it, we're going to cut it down, we're going to cook it down, and when we cook it, we actually go through and we break down part of the fiber that's in there, and that actually helps absorb into your bloodstream, that helps absorb that sugar that is a form of carbohydrate. It helps it absorb it into your bloodstream faster. Granted, it's minuscule, it's 5 grams per serving. When you get 2 cups of this stuff, that's a pretty large serving, so you're still not getting a ton of carbs, but if you're really, really watching your carbs, if you cook vegetables, you're going to get an increase or an influx in those sugars from that, the carbohydrate sugars from that, and so yet you can't do the keto math at that point. I think that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, and that's a lot of bang for your buck. That's 2 pounds of vegetables, and really the carbs are coming from a little bit of carrots you can see in there. You can see a little bit of purple cabbage in there, but there's so much. It's a great source of vitamin C, a great source of vitamin K. You know, garlic is a great antioxidant. The sulfur is great for keeping your immune system. And then again, you know, we'd like to throw a little heat in there, so you could put a habanero in there. You could put a chili pepper in there just to kick it up. But this is, we talked about either keeping it like it is. I'm going to turn around now while he's cooking. Oh, wait, he's back.
No, he's not done.
Oh, you said a short video, 5
Yeah.
minutes. We're over 5
The thing
minutes.
is, here's the deal. When you're doing keto, calories still count. So if you're really, really trying to watch your weight, if you're trying to cut back using the healthy lifestyle of low carbohydrate keto eating, use total calories, or excuse me, total grams of carbs. Don't get caught up into the whole math thing. When you start losing the weight and you get where you want to be in terms of your ideal picture when you look in the mirror, or your ideal weight when you look at yourself, then you can start manipulating those numbers. But in the beginning, you really need to be really strict with the total number of carbohydrates that you're consuming. Your turn.
Yeah, so again, the same thing. If you said, I'm only going to have 25 carbs per day, you can have a whole pound of this. And I dare you eat a whole pound of this because, again, we talked about being 200. Well, we talked about the math again. We're not going to go on for very long here because we've got to go. But anyway, he's cooking. So there's, like you say, when you read the back of that, because somebody's asking me, 1 cup is a serving. So if there is 5 total carbohydrates, 2 fiber, 3 grams of sugar in a cup, and you're trying to stay right around 25. I'm going to turn around here. Trying to stay right around 25 carbs per day. And that's really when people are trying to start the ketogenic diet, or maybe you're just trying to go low carb, and that's okay because some people are starting way up here, 200 or 300 grams of carbs a day. Just eat veggies. That's okay. You should be able to have 6 or 7 cups. So half that bag is 5.5 cups of veggies. That's still a lot of veggies. That fiber's amazing for your gut. They're pre-gut bugs that help turn on lots of enzyme, and those come in. Yeah, he said, unless you're not used to it, it'll help grab that fat and that toxins, because veggies are live food. They're live enzymes that help grab all the toxins and fat and pull them out of your body. So we're going to cook these down. But again, we talk about roasting maybe a little bit later. I know I've gotten several questions about, can we talk about macro calculations? Yes, we will do that. I'm going to pin that down. I'm going to have Dr. Ralph do the math on that because we all do it a little bit different, and why sometimes the macros don't work for you. So that is absolutely on the target. But no, this is 100% meant to be shared. We want to say Happy New Year's to you. We will be doing a mud cake here a little bit later. I'll turn it around. We've got the stuff set up over there to do a mud cake because we haven't had mud cake in months in our house. But just want to share a super easy recipe. Hamburger, couple pounds of cabbage, throw in some onions, throw in some Rotel. Super easy. No, it's not 100% organic. I wouldn't call this dirty keto. I would call it simple low carb eating. Our keto on the go, or low carb on the go, our simple eating on the go, busy lifestyle, or for real people. I don't like to say things are dirty because it's not packaged. There's nothing artificial in there. It's just somebody already cut the cabbage for us. Somebody already shredded it for us. Somebody already diced the garlic for us. He did cut the onion himself. But again, I think the most important thing is it's locally grown beef. That can sometimes be the most toxic part of this whole entire recipe, is when you go buy processed meat that's actually got red dye number or something on it, and then it's infused with a lot of other stuff. So I'm super happy that we have locally grown beef, and I'm happy to share is at 5 Mile Farm in Lewisburg, Kansas. So if that's not right, let me know. You can jump over to Low Carb Casey. I know we posted it over there. I posted it here before, but it's 5 Mile Farm in Lewisburg, Kansas. They also have chickens, but they're not laying eggs right now. You guys have an amazing day. And if we have not answered your questions here at Ask Dr. Heather, drop your questions down below. We're going to talk about estrogenic and estrogenic foods and why estrogen seems to be a problem for males and females, teens as well. We're also going to talk about macro calculation this year. You guys have a great day. We'll be seeing you soon.